you have to keep this one plugged in. We will be selling small little battery packs for around $10 or $15. This one, however, you can see works without the battery, without the plug, because it has an internal battery.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
Hey everyone, we're gonna do YouTube live on this. You guys all know the Caterpillar Pro cutters. I've gotten a lot of feedback from you that love these and are obsessed with them and told me to do a review on them and compare my other cutters. So we're going to be doing that. But I wanted to show you what's new from them. This stuff is pretty amazing. So I will let the owner explain what they are. And these are brand new, they're coming out. And I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to get my hands on it.
And this is Jack. Go ahead, Jack.
Well, we were just, Ken and I were just having a discussion about the paper crafters, the scrapbookers, and the card makers, and we agreed that they are the professionals of the we agreed they are the professionals of the craft business. They are the people that are passionate about their crafts. So we decided,
i.e., we are very anal and want it to be perfect.
there you go.
That's so true.
We thought we've given them a professional cutter at a consumer price. So we thought, what's another tool that we can give them that will allow them to do their work as a professional at a consumer price? And this is what we came up with. This is a professional grade light board that you'd see in a studio, photographer studio, in a drafting office, in a designing studio, but this is for the consumer. It has LED light diodes that light the board up, that will, you can see it's very lightweight, thin, very sturdy, it's bendable, it's not going to break anytime soon.
Look at that.
So what we thought is, what tools can we add to make this functional for a scrapbooker, for a card maker, for a paper artist? And obviously the first one is a cutting mat. It took us a very long time to get this right, but we have found the perfect marriage of luminosity and translucence and function. So this is, if you could feel this, it's very smooth.
And you were saying this is a non-healing.
This is a self-healing.
Self-healing.
So
Make sure you say that right.
Self-healing.
It's a non-healing mat. It's a self-healing mat. So I could be cutting on this all
And look what he's
day.
using, guys.
Look what he's using.
All right,
Our favorite tool, our
What a
pen
great
blade.
tool.
Love the pen blade.
And you're still getting smooth surface.
Oh, wow.
And actually this design, the molecules actually, when they hit oxygen, they mold back together.
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
realize that until
Wow.
So anyway, so this is great. We've got the angles, we've got the grid here down to the 1/4 inch. We also added the fractions onto the numbers here, which our customers told us about that. And what a great idea. So if you
There
need
we go.
if you need 5 3/8, it's no more of this.
That's amazing.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Look at that.
5.
Can you get a close up of that shot, or have you? That's,
Yeah, I did. These
People
are
will love that.
right up
So this one here has to be plugged in.
This one, yeah, so we have 2 models. This is the basic. This has to be plugged into either the wall or battery pack, which we'll be selling separately. Then we have our premium model, which you can see works without
This is
any
the one I'm getting,
plugs.
Sean.
This has an Eon lithium battery, which lasts about 3 to 4 hours, and this is about 20% more. So we're going to bring these in at about $89, which is a good $100 cheaper than you'd find any light board anywhere else. These will bring in at $119.
Well, and you could use the light table just as a tracing.
Absolutely.
Tracing table.
I
everything,
mean,
absolutely.
now this here though is different than this.
Yeah, you're right. So every board will come standard with this self-healing mat, and you'll be able to replace them for a very nominal charge. Now we're going to be adding about half a dozen accessories, add-ons for this system. The first one we decided to launch with. The first add-on is a glass. It's a tempered glass, which is almost indestructible, very safe. The disadvantage of the self-healing mats is admittedly they stain easily. You don't want to be stamping on it. You don't want to be painting because they will stain. This is unstainable, if that's a word. You could actually put your paints on here and use as a palette, paint something, and they'll wash off, they'll scrape off. The stamp washes right off there. We added some standard sizes here, the standard angles, same grid as before, and it just looks great.
Yeah.
The light coming up through
What
that.
I love about this is how many times are you watching TV and I need a craft and I have to either So what's cool about this, and I'll let him show, is if you want to move this and take it with you because it's not plugged in.
One of the things we thought is what good is having this. You know, if you have a space and a good light bill, let's think about the average American home after 6 p.m. at night. What's happening? We have dinner, and where do we go? We all admit it. We all go to the TV. So in the TV, whether your significant others or kids are watching television or watching the game or even reading, you know, there may be some intellectuals out there. The lights go low, and it's not the most ideal situation to be doing any sort of craft because you need light, you need to see what you're doing. So you can turn on the lights and annoy everybody else, or you can keep the lights low, and you could be on your lap here, and here is the light.
That's all you need
for your situation.
And it's
you
nicely
could be on your lap.
It's nicely diffused that it's not
too bright. Originally,
else.
our first model, we had one brighter, and we found it was too bright, so we brought it back down to this. There are 3 levels: low, medium, high. This would go great on your coffee table. You could be working right here. You know where else would be great? On a TV tray.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
perfect.
Yep.
Look at that.
That's so good. Great idea.
Nice.
So-
nice.
So now what is, so you said the price point on this is?
So what
The
comes
standard.
with the standard model is the cutting mat, along with a cord, USB cord, and a USB plug.
Okay.
So you can plug it in any wall, you can plug it in any computer. This
Okay.
is a standard micro USB that you use with the Android system. So you can use your existing cords already. It'll come with about a 4-foot cord
Okay. And then
for $89.
Okay. And then
The
what's
premium has the same cords, the
Okay.
same add-on, but it also has this lithium battery.
And do you get this pad along with this one?
You actually, just so there's no mistake, each one will come
with this.
Okay.
the self-healing
This
mat.
is an upgrade. Now on this one, how much is this one then?
So $119.
Okay. And
That's
then
still a great
I know,
compared
right?
to what $100 is.
Question that came up live was you can cut on the glass mat.
You can cut on the
There we
glass
go.
mat. I would say when you got something, you're not going to hurt this, but you will hurt this.
Eventually, yeah, you'll
Yeah.
eventually.
I mean,
'cause it's such a
I
hard
think
surface.
it's-
Yeah,
long as
and
you know-
your stuff is on this side,
the
so you're
bottom.
not going to cut through
You're not going
it.
to scratch
No,
anything up.
and it's just so you guys know, and he already said it, but this is the standard setup. Is this with this, and this is the one that you would plug in, and this is the standard setup for 89.
89.
Okay.
So we're
So-
calling this the Caterpillar Glow Basic model,
Okay.
and the Caterpillar Glow Premium.
So the premium model is essentially, it's mobile. It has a rechargeable battery in there. It would come with this mat. Now, he's adding over the next year a whole bunch of new accessories coming out, and the first one is this.
$20 for that.
Oh my gosh, that's so cheap.
Now, this is pretty cool. We wanted to bring this with us, but we didn't quite have it right. Our next add-on is going to be a game changer. It's going to be a translucent score perfer with some bells and
Wow,
whistles that
nice.
people have not seen before.
Nice.
And we're going to try to keep that same price point, around $20.
Very cool. I like it.
Okay, so I have someone that is saying they love their cutter, but their grid is disappearing. Any advice?
Oh, that is a great question. So on our first few models, had we known that our cutters were so beloved that they'd be used every day and that people would use them so much they'd wear the paint off, we would
they
have
must have-
certainly...
they must have an
we
older
solved
one
that
then?
problem
Yeah.
with our new cutters, but we have solved the problem as well for our existing customers. We're always going to stand by our
The
existing
new ones
customers.
are.
If you will email our customer service at caterpillar.com, they will send you out a manufactured plastic grid with a self-adhesive. We'll go right over the top of that and solve your problems.
Okay,
For free
so
of charge.
I know this was Misfit Crafter. She had that question, so I hope you guys all heard that. Great company. They want to make sure you guys are happy. So if you have it and it's
Show me
wearing
that,
off, email them and they're going to make it right. These are, look at this.
That's wonderful. Look at that.
Straps that hold it in, a nice embroidered logo there. We got shoulder straps, we got tote straps, all on a 1/4-inch padding bag for both the old models and the new models. Those are $24 and $29.
Wow.
Will you guys
Okay.
have any kind of
Those are available
bagging
now.
eventually for these, or?
Yes, we're working on that right now.
Nice.
Awesome.
These will be available April 1st. I'm sorry I
Okay.
didn't mention that.
Okay,
Of course.
so guys, make sure if you haven't done that, I'm going to be getting this to review and compare it to some other cutters because I know that's something you guys have been asking about. And I do want to say, I brought up the fact with him that I said I did get some comments of people saying that they just were not impressed with it. And they might have had the first cutter or something like that. So definitely check out my video when I do a review on this because things have changed and they've made some upgrades. And then this is something I'm super excited about. I can't wait to get that. So yeah, well, thank you very much for
Thank you, sir.
going over this,
time,
and
gentlemen.
I think a lot of people are really loving this.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
all right,
My
guys, and
pleasure.
we'll
Thank
be doing another live video here soon. So thanks for joining in.
Bye-bye.
Well, that went pretty well, considering
Yeah.
it's impromptu like that.
Yeah, they are loving it.